Defending that desire we're talking about. Bates this time. Mbappe once again in behind. Still in play. By Suter. This is a good run in off the right-hand side. Lecky with the cross, the far post. 1-0 Australia! Sensational! Craig Goodwin! Wow. France have got all sorts of problems with injured players and they're trailing by a goal to nil. He's only had 3 competitive internationals in 8 years, Craig Goodwin. What a moment for him. Well, it started, watch this for a pass from
Australia getting to possession. Tremendous try. Certainly hit that one well. Theo Hernandez, not for the first time, has tried to run from that.
By Lecky. Again by Hernandez. Chance for France and it's 1-1. Adrien Rabiot. For 4 years, mate. He wouldn't be on that standby list for Russia. He said no. But he's picked as a first choice for the opening game. And he scores his 3rd French.
Griezmann, it's a perfectly weighted pass. Oh, and it's over the top from Mbappe. Buries his head in the turf. A wry smile, but that should have been 3-1 France. How do you want it, Kylian Mbappe, said Griezmann.
And here he is, look at that. To Rabiot, Giroud is pulled away, and Giroud scores, and that's 50 for him, for his country, and 1 nearer the record, and France, the world champions, are ahead. 2 goals in 5 minutes. They're beginning to purr. It's been a good recovery, hasn't it? Gone through the gears. And that man Mbappe involved again, of course. Simple tap in for Giroud after poor decision, really, from Australia. High press, that is, from the French. Good from Rabiot. Can you pick the right pass out? Yes, of course he can. Still in play. Dembele. Griezmann's found space, but he looks in the middle for Mbappe! And that is the 3rd! And he has his goal, and he's deserved his goal. 4 in Russia as a cup winner, the young player of the tournament and now the best player on the planet, and he's given France a 3-1 lead. Well, he does deserve it, you're right. Been the best player on the pitch. He missed that one in the first half where we saw him smile, but
Griezmann's cross, another dangerous one. And Giroud briefly holds his hands to his head, applauds the service.
And he's been determined. I want to see the back of it. In comes across, looking for Giroud! And France number 4. Another for Olivier Giroud. And it ties in with Thierry Henry as France's joint highest on. It's a phenomenal achievement for the man, isn't it? I know we're talking about him, he's self eulogising about him, but
helps it on to Hernandez. Options are plenty in the middle. Rabiot's there, Giroud's there. Denmark can go again until the intervention of Hugo Lloris. Left boot of Antoine Griezmann. So many waiting for it. And it could have gone off the head of anyone in blue or white and gone anywhere.
It's a terrific ball in.
Up they rise, and somehow it was dug away from the Denmark goal.
It's too clever.
Dembele whips one over, and Kasper Schmeichel had to be right on his toes. Still going. Koundé with power and plunged upon by Schmeichel.
Mbappe's perfect scenario is if he can.
Looks for Mbappe. And Giroud's after this one. Well, he came in with such force, such power, but just not with the accuracy required. And we'll look for others in the middle. It's Mbappe. Well, by his standards, style and his strength and his speed here as well, and his ability to add a finishing touch. Griezmann took it down delightfully and then just applied too much force. He knows that's a really good chance.
He's played well, Griezmann. Lovely little touches, knit and play.
And Mbappe here as well to attack Denmark and look for Hernandez, who looks for Mbappe! A French breakaway of the highest quality. France mean business at World Cup 2022. And they have the breakthrough against the Danes. No surprise, it's Kylian Mbappe.
I talked about this game needing a little bit of magic.
And here go Denmark. Chance to hit on the counter-attack themselves. Cornelius strikes it. And wide it goes. Hugo Lloris certainly concerned by that, as were France as a whole.
Yeah, it's the first time we've really seen that from Denmark. On the break, on the counter, getting bodies up the pitch.
Over comes the corner. Plenty in there, and in it goes! Andreas Christensen! Denmark show their powers of recovery. Damsgaard. Well, this could be interesting. Hugo Lloris had to be right on the money for France there. Griezmann. In they pile. And wide it goes. Tchouaméni was in there. Looks like he didn't get the final touch though. Thuram trying to break free in the middle. Griezmann will pick it up. Swirls it in for Mbappe! Once again he has his say. And the round of 16 looms large for the French.
This is all about Mbappe's determination to be the player that gets the last touch on the ball. France have needed that spark all the way along in this evening, and he's produced two pieces.
They're a passionate team. It's going to be a competitive match, full of passion and fervour. Khazri's delivery whipped in. Oh, what a start! Extraordinary start, and the flag has gone up. It will not count. Nader Gandhi will not have to go. The flag was raised quickly, but that was an early shot across French barrels. Yeah. Questions about to be asked. Konate just about staying with it, but proving to be a real handful there. Anis Slimane in the penalty area on the overlap. Deep ball beyond the far post from Wajdi Kesrida to stretch their legs and put the Tunisian defence under pressure here now. Suddenly they're backpedaling rapidly. Come on. A move that promised far more than it ultimately delivered. It's a fabulous, rewarding. Laiduni. Khazri couldn't quite get there. Konate has his hands. Not a moment's peace for this French defence. Mandanda called into action to make the save. Slimane in there. Another opportunity to put it into the box. Was Gandhi up from the back once again.
Well, they're so slow to react again, France. And look at the space they've got out wide. Not enough pressure on the ball.
Laiduni away to the far side. Khazri. Well, he's never slow to let fly as soon as he gets the sighting of the goal. Slimane. Here goes Wabi Khazri. Khazri for Tunisia. Right across the face of the goal. Disasi puts it behind. And the flag goes up on the near side. Laiduni chasing into the box. Still going here. Right penetrating drive across the face of the goal.
They don't give anything up, Tunisia. Feels like this is a lost cause.
That's Fofana, by the way. Well, Fofana wanted a free kick. He wasn't about to get it from the referee. Wabi Kazri going all the way through and scoring for Tunisia! What a moment! Wabi Kazri pounced on the midfield mistake. What scenes of joy for those in red and white. World Cup hope still alive for Tunisia. From Kashrida, back up to Kazri, who strikes it, beaten away by Mandanda, and then some clear by Disasi for another corner.
Yeah, plenty of time to think about this.
France sits 4 wins away from defending their crown. Can Poland derail that quest? John Strong, Stu Holden with the call in 60 seconds.
In the round of 16 underway. Problems caused by France. Griezmann swinging it in, and the header looping all the way out. That was Raphael Varane.
Big target on set pieces and corners, and Griezmann
Mbappe to the byline, clipping it into the middle. That was almost an own goal. It was not that far away there. Diving header in behind, and out for a corner.
Yeah, Mbappe is a cheat code. With this type of speed, throw a little step over.
Choumeni pushed away. Chesney, his first save of the game. 21st of the tournament.
I believe he is the best player in the world right now.
Dembele wins it back for France. Cuts it back. Dembele. Saved by Chesney, second of the night. Mbappe danced around. Choumeni clipping it out, looking for Giroud. Griezmann's also in there. Rabiot, the late run. It's kept in play. Chesney diving to pull. Lewandowski's hoping for. He's going to pick it up on Choumeni. Robert Lewandowski puts it just wide.
Well, he's on his weaker left foot.
Griezmann options either side. Hands it off. Dembele crosses Giroud. Missed the chance for the French record.
Well, terrible turnover here from Frankowski. He just dumps it right to Griezmann, and then they just break away.
It's going to open up on the far side for Matty Cash to drive it all the way through.
You know, I don't mind this idea from Matty Cash.
It's his life and his career. Here's Mbappe cutting it back on Cash. That's the outside netting. Did Chesney get a touch? Yes, he did. Out for a corner, 4th save of the game.
Yeah, I mean, this chop, goodness.
Bereszynski's cross deflected in the middle. Save, Lloris. The rebound is blocked. A third attempt. It's saved off the line.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, Lloris.
First knockout stage appearance since 1986. Oh, here's Giroud. Scores Olivier Giroud. Most goals in French history, and the champions break through right before halftime. Again, as this cross comes into the middle, that one deflected to the outside, netting out for a corner. Kaminsky on the end of it. Poland with a corner. Griezmann right in on Chesney and punches it away. Teo Hernandez slices the follow-up wide.
That's exactly what he does. You shoot it at goal.
Kylian Mbappe wants it himself. Mbappe deflected just wide.
And just watch how he sets up his defender here. He always is going to come back to the right. And he sets him up to be able to just accelerate because he sees the other defender
Here, Bereszynski's already got a yellow card. Mbappe's wide open. Here he is. Kylian Mbappe.
And this is exactly why you take that little risk of keeping him further up the field and cheating your formation for transition moments and to get Mbappe, Dembele, and Giroud out in the open field. Defend the cross, look where he's hanging out. Up front, waiting for this chance to develop. France clear their lines, go straight to slam the door shut.
Mbappe poked away, picked up by Theo Hernandez, who can't hit the target. Individual moments. Goal for the United States. Mbappe has it now. Mbappe! Oh goodness, is this going to be his tournament or what? Back there on the outside, Adisa see the cross for Lewandowski. Milik, the overhead came off the post. It was going to be offside anyway, the flag coming up.
Second bite we've seen in this game. Really, with the inventiveness, it's Lewandowski challenged with Upamecano, and yeah, he is
career World Cup goals. As that cross takes a deflection and out.
And this is just his second. They've played 5.
He's 23.
Yeah. Who gets a chance at potentially his last World Cup match ever to score a penalty here.
Nope. Save, scores this time, Lewandowski.
Well, that's why you do it. It didn't work in the first, although, as we said, it was an infraction from Hugo Lloris. But you try to just hop and skip and delay to get the keeper to go the wrong way, and then
it is some task, because standing in the way of a second successive World Cup semi-final, France, and the player who is currently considered the best in the world.
And we are underway. Knocks that down, Giroud picks it up. Kylian Mbappe now trying to return for Giroud, got knocked off balance by McCoy for Griezmann. Dembele back on the outside, hooking the cross in, Giroud! Jordan Pickford, who makes just his 5th save in 5 games.
Well, it's a concern for
Rabiot hands it off. Mbappe hooks it back, post to Dembele, and Shaw, a late recovery.
Yeah. Well, just watch as Rabiot breaks away here.
Kyle Walker top of the box. Griezmann instead. Tchouameni wants it. Tchouameni scores!
And this starts all the way back in France's defensive end. It's a tackle from Upamecano, and then they spring on the counterattack. The ball gets out to Mbappe. Walker's out of position. Now you're scrambling. You're bringing 3-4 players over from England. The passing, the moving, coming inside now. The shape is all over the place. And ultimately, Tchouameni, who arrives late.
It is Henderson and Shaw. Luke Shaw right at Lloris, who makes his 3rd save in 4 games.
Well, this is why they set the wall next to him.
In for King, got inside of Upamecano, saved by Lloris. Henderson clipping it across. Scramble of bodies, it'll be cleared. And then a foul, no, not a foul. Throw in for England at the end of it. To shoot by the fans. Harry Kane, he'll let it fly. Lloris pushes it away, his 3rd save of the half, out for a corner.
And once again, Lloris denying his team.
Trying to set this one up for Theo Hernandez. Hooks it back into the middle. Mbappe missed it.
Well, they try to
advantage going to be played. It looks like Foden gets the cross in for Kane. It's stabbed in behind. Foden to take. Just clips that one up at the back post. Maguire attacking. Held in. Bellingham! And did Lloris get a touch? Yes, he did. His 4th save of the game.
I mean, right on cue. Jude Bellingham hits this so well, it pops to him.
In-swinger this time. Lloris tracking, gets lost, knocked down by Maguire, and it falls into Lloris's hands.
Lucky Hugo Lloris after it.
Saka splits the double. Bellingham returns it. Saka goes down. Penalty for England.
And it's Tchouameni who takes him down.
Kane scores. Back-to-back goals. Oh, Rabiot's gonna get that save by Pickford. 2nd save of the game straight from the kickoff. for Saka on the run from Stones. Bukayo Saka running in. Saka save Lloris, and he eventually covers up the rebound. That's his fifth save of the game.
This is a concern for France here.
It's inside for Kane. Kane gets away. Harry Kane didn't get a ton behind it. Yeah, Hugo Lloris. Henderson lifting it in, free header, and then Lloris get a touch to that one. No, it ends up just wide from the head of Harry Maguire.
Well, it's a good ball in, and it's Harry Maguire who's a danger on set pieces, gets free, gets good contact on the header, starts in that offside position.
Luke Shaw carries forward, Saka's in the back post, here it comes! Teo Hernandez doing enough there.
They get the look that they're wanting. I think there's going to be a foul at the end of this, but Luke Shaw just has a look, and
Giroud wants it in. Here it comes. Giroud rising up. Couldn't steer it on target for Rabiot. Rabiot hooks it up. Dembele knocks it down. Giroud saved by Pickford.
well, this is the best move that France have had in a good 30 minutes at least. And Mbappe attracts the two defenders. The first one, Saka, he slips it to Rabiot.
Griezmann once more. Hooks it in. Giroud scores! France retake the lead!
It's in the back of the net, and
Mount gets decked by Teo Hernandez. England cannot believe that referee Wilton Sampaio didn't call that for a penalty.
so Mount's going to get to this ball, but he gives the referee an opportunity. Here's the call. Penalty. Oh my goodness. This is part of that psychology. That's it.
That's it. Final whistle. France survive.
Thank you very much, Gary, and hello everyone. Well, either history will repeat itself and France reach successive World Cup finals, or new World Cup history will be made and Morocco will win through. Masraoui forward, Unahi, oh good save by Hugo Lloris, it nearly came to En-Nesyri. Oh, clever from Griezmann. Griezmann in a really dangerous area. Mbappe is there. Mbappe again and again. It hit Dari and it's in. Teo Hernandez has struck France in front inside 5 minutes. The world champions lead in the World Cup semi-final. Morocco behind, the worst possible start for them. Mbappe right in the middle of it.
It's a slip, isn't it, from El Yamik? Tries to get in front of Griezmann.
Oh, that's found Giroud. It's bounced over the top of from inside Giroud. He's hit the post. Olivier Giroud smashes the woodwork, and Morocco escape. Ziyech with the delivery. Oh, it was a good one as well. Half-headed away, the overhead kick has come off the woodwork. Didn't quite come back to El Yamik. Boufal spinning and shooting wide. What a fabulous effort from El Yamik that hit the woodwork. Tchouameni, that's a nice ball. Griezmann, that's an even better one. And Mbappe, well, Hakimi was certainly making his presence felt with Kylian Mbappe. Boufal, great ball in, and En-Nesyri couldn't reach it. And it's sliced up in the air. That's a great ball. Atiat Ala now. Can he pull it back? En-Nesyri in the middle. Alba Konate. Great defending. Amrabat.
surely will go up. This is all a bit pointless because Mbappe's offside. Now the flag goes up. The last 10 seconds were nothing more. It's missed by Koundé. Atiala just too high for Abu Klal, but only just. Griezmann's ball in and headed just wide. Well, Thuram and Tchouameni. Thuram, Fofana. Hamdallah here. Hamdallah still, all the way. Can't find the finish. Got to hit it. May yet come to Thuram. Mbappe weaving through. And a tap in for two. He's been on the pitch for only a matter of seconds, but Randall Kolo Muani has scored his first ever international goal and surely sent the World Cup holders to the World Cup final again.
Well, the substitutions have worked, that's for sure, for Didier Deschamps. Give the ball away in Morocco. And when it gets to Mbappe, eventually, great little turn.
That's a good ball. Abu Klal, offside, wouldn't have counted. Taking on Koundé's done brilliantly. Hamdallah's in the middle, can't find him. Unahi, oh, incredible. Hamdallah from no distance sees it blocked on the line by Jules Koundé. And France are the first nation to reach successive World Cup finals since Brazil 20 years ago.
The day of glory has indeed arrived. And when these nations last met in this manner, it was for a truly glorious game. 9 who start here also started France's glittering 4-3 victory over Argentina at the last World Cup 4.5 years ago. The teams, and with Emi Martinez in goal, Argentina select the same defence as started the semi-final. That means a 100th cap for Nicolas Otamendi, the final of the 22nd World Cup. France again, or Argentina at last. Messi to Paul, scooped up towards Alvarez. He was offside. And Griezmann, that's a thick touch. Alvarez, what a pop! Alistair got plenty on it.
Right start from Argentina, not the best.
Di Maria away from Koundé. He's got the ground, he's got a penalty. Dembele had a little flick. Di Maria went tumbling. Breath, a heartbeat, and Messi! A goal forevermore. Perhaps his moment for infinity, as if predestined.
Well, they deserve it, don't they? By far the better team so far, and I'm not sure anybody in this stadium thought he was going to miss this.
Floated in by Griezmann, and attacked at full velocity by Olivier Giroud.
He's climbed over Angel Di Maria, I think it is.
That's a fire he put out before it began to rage. Messi.
Oh, lovely.
Delightful. Alvarez. Here's McAllister. Di Maria is the spare man. Angel Di Maria. Glorious goal. Argentine gold. That is just beautiful.
One of the goals of the tournament in terms of teamwork. No surprise that Lionel Messi's involved. What about that for a little two-touch?
and afterwards you knew McAllister had seen his man, you knew he was aware of where Di Maria was, and you knew.
Out by Koundé, taken back by Tagliafico, and Di Maria can run at them, and Alvarez can take it up. Julian Alvarez saw just a shaft of light at the near post of Lloris.
Yeah, would have hit the side net in this, but...
The street, Messi, Allcraft, Alvarez, McAllister's getting there, Lloris got there first.
Looked like a shove in the back. Upper Meccano.
Thuram twisting, Griezmann stopped by Tagliafico, top by Mbappe, chased by Kolo Muani. And Kolo Muani has got into the box, he's got a penalty! He's got it way back for France! Otamendi had a tug.
What will he do here?
Mbappe, compelled, obliged. France just might! Mbappe with thrust! A president on his feet! A superstar re-enlivened! A nation re-infused with hope!
Yeah,
just maybe!
Sheer power did for Emi Martinez there.
Mbappe conjuring a bit now, driving through and firing high.
Well, a couple of touches in the box, it's an effort on goal.
To Paul, Messi. Lionel Messi! Oh! What a reach by Lloris.
It's not in the corner, but there was more than enough power on it. Might have just moved in the air a touch as well.
Rabiot. Mbappe. Thuram. Mbappe! Oh, wow! He is an awesome force of nature! Brutal and brilliant! It's 2-each in the World Cup final!
Wow, when you want your top man, your superstar, to come to the fore, Kylian Mbappe does exactly that. When it comes to him, I think, no, don't volley it from there. Take a touch or two.
Around the back here, Kingsley Coman. He's been upended. Camavinga, Rabiot!
Good use of the advantage by the ref. It was outside the box. Certainly not a penalty.
The last 10 minutes of the second have changed the dynamic altogether. And who knows who will be the world champion. Messi, McAllister, Messi, Martinez, what a block! Montiel! Up and over by Varane. Acuna shaped into the path of Lautaro Martinez! Who is intent, he should at least have a corner. Goal kick given. Lionel Messi, Fernandez, Martinez, Messi!
Offside.
Offside flag is up.
Is he given offside?
The referee's given the goal. The referee's given the goal. The little magic man from right on the line. An embrace of disbelief. Messi at millimeters to what they have. In by Coman. Out to Mbappe.
Oh, handball.
Shout for handball. He hasn't, has he? He has. Mbappe. Into the galaxy of greats. And France alive again. This is epic and some. Messi 2, Mbappe 3. The first World Cup final hat-trick since Harston 66.
And then thought, no, I'll duck in again. What a dribble. What a game.
Thank you. And three times in all, having scored, Mbappe steps up first. And Mbappe rattles it in. On his day of no error. Messi with such immaculate poise. Coman, great stop! Martinez is punching the air again! Dybala down the... Chouameni has dragged it wide! Montiel. Argentina, champions of the world! Again! At last! And a nation will tango all night long! 36 years since Maradona